We're living in a wild time, aren't we? The first era where a machine can learn your style, copy your work, and undercut you in seconds. So what is the future for human creators in this AI world? Well, I'm here to show you that our most powerful advantage isn't our skill or our tools. It's our messy human lives. I'm Paul. I spent 15 years learning to draw. We're talking late nights, countless ruined sketchbooks, and more than a few failed commissions. My entire identity was built around making images by hand. Then, AI came along and, in a flash, mimicked what took me over a decade to master. Suddenly, clients were exploring more efficient options. My inbox went completely silent. AI was spitting out images that were almost identical to mine, but for pennies. I honestly thought my career was over. But that breakdown, that rock-bottom moment, forced me to figure out where we, the human creators, actually fit in this new world. The shift was so subtle at first. A client mentioned they were testing new workflows, and then my project went dark. Weeks later, I saw their new campaign. It used AI art that looked eerily like my style. My inbox, once buzzing with opportunities, became a graveyard. I started seeing industry listings for illustrators and copywriters just disappear as companies began using AI for mass production. The message was loud and clear. We need your ideas, but maybe we don't need you to execute them. Think about it. If your entire value proposition is, I can draw this, what happens when a machine can do it faster and cheaper? I fell into a spiral, doom scrolling through endless feeds of flawless AI images. They were like polished ghosts of my own work. We've entered an era of hyper-consumption where content is infinite and instantly disposable. I actually stopped drawing for a while because I couldn't answer the simplest question, why bother? The turning point came on a rainy Tuesday while I was cleaning out my studio. I found this old, beat-up sketchbook from art school. The drawings were objectively awful, but looking through it was emotionally crushing in the best way. The pages were warped from moisture, there was a smudged sketch from a subway ride, even a cringy breakup poem scribbled in the margin. Suddenly I remembered everything. I remembered the freezing cold of the train car, the exact tightness in my chest from that breakup, the bitter taste of the cheap coffee stain on the page. This wasn't content. It was evidence of a life lived. And that's when it hit me. AI learns patterns. It remixes styles. It can even simulate taste. But it can't remember the feeling of cold fingers gripping a pencil on a winter train. It can't feel the ache of a broken heart. It can't taste bad coffee. AI is trained on the what, the final image, the finished text. It has no access to the why. All those stains, the failures, the cringe-worthy moments, they weren't mistakes, they were the process. And that process, that lived experience, is where we still have the ultimate edge. So, what do we do now? How do we survive and even thrive? I believe it comes down to 3 crucial shifts in our thinking. First, stop competing on execution alone. AI is incredible at generating endless variations of clean, polished work. If your only value is, I can produce clean work quickly, you're playing on the machine's home turf, and you will lose. We win by shifting our focus from how fast we can make something to what matters. We need to move from being just hands to being storytellers. The real power is in deciding which picture is worth drawing in the first place, and more importantly, why. The second shift is to turn your life into your source material. I started scanning those old messy sketchbook pages and using them as textures in my new work. I turned that embarrassing breakup poem into a whole visual series. I stopped trying to create a perfect portfolio and started making artifacts, pieces that held a piece of my story. Ask yourself this: what moments from your life can a machine never fake? Your scars, your failures, your inside jokes with friends? That's your raw material. It's a weird paradox, but the more specific and personal you get, the more universally your work resonates. People see themselves in your truth. AI is a master of the generic. Hyper-specific, deeply personal work, that is human territory. The third shift is to use AI as a collaborator, not a competitor. I stopped asking, how do I beat this thing? And started asking, how do I direct it? Use AI to brainstorm rough concepts or to handle the boring, repetitive tasks like resizing images or experimenting with color palettes. This frees you up to focus on what really matters, injecting meaning and story into the work. Artists like Sugwen Chung are already doing incredible things by co-creating with machines. The key is to remember that AI generates options. You, the human, are the one who decides which option actually means something. So, let me ask you, what is your human algorithm? An AI runs on data. You run on memories, fears, hopes, and relationships. That unique blend is your human algorithm. After you finish this video, I want you to grab a notebook and write down 10 messy moments that shaped you. A conversation you'll never forget. A failure that still stings. A place that feels like home. A small, beautiful moment that you think everyone else missed. Those aren't just memories. They are creative seeds. Build your characters, your visuals, and your stories from them. No AI model can scrape those memories. They only exist inside of you. The future of creativity isn't about outrunning AI in a race for speed or volume. Let the machines handle the fast, interchangeable work. Our job is to dig deeper, into meaning, into emotion, into story. Our art will become less about a demonstration of technical skill and more about a revelation of who we are. In the end, creativity won't be judged by how it's made, but why it exists, and that why will always, always be ours. If this resonated with you, don't just disappear. Drop a comment below with one messy human moment that has shaped your creativity. I read every single one, and your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear to feel a little less alone in all this. And hey, subscribe for more practical, honest videos on what it means to be a creator in this AI world. No doom, no fluff, just the real stuff. The machines are getting smarter. Our job is to get more human. Thanks for watching.